Hello, everybody. Lucas Haneman here, and welcome to this week's episode of Guitar Tone Tuesday, which is all about this instrument, this beauty right here. This is the newest addition to my guitar arsenal. This is a 2022 Peggy White Premier. Now, for those of you who don't know about Peggy White, she is based in Newfoundland, Canada now. When I met her, she was based in Almonte, Ontario, Canada. But she is one of Canada's premier guitar builders. She is one of the best guitar builders I have ever had the chance to meet in my life, making some of the most incredible instruments I have ever had the pleasure of playing in my life. And this instrument right here is no exception. I met Peggy about 6 years ago in Ottawa, Ontario, Canada, at a gig by a musician named Terry Tufts. Terry Tufts is an amazing guitar player, fingerstyle, acoustic guitar player. I went to his show and I heard him playing this guitar and I thought, wow, that guitar sounds amazing. I found out that the builder of the guitar was there at the show, and it was none other than Peggy. Now, after the show, Terry came over to my table with his guitar, and he said, man, try this. So I started playing his Premier, and I said, oh, wow. Little did I know, being visually impaired, that Peggy was standing right in front of me, and she said, that sounds amazing. I want to build you a guitar. And what do you say to that? Except, yes. So, fast forward about a month later, I ended up going to Peggy's shop, beautiful shop in Almonte, Ontario, and I ended up speccing up the first of my Peggy White guitars, which is a beautiful little 12-string soprano guitar. And it is incredible, with mahogany back and sides and a Port Orford cedar top. Fast forward a couple years after that, I said, Peggy, it's time for another guitar. And in 2019, she made me a wonderful parlor guitar, which she calls the Riesling parlor, which has Adirondack Spruce on top and Wenge on the back and sides. Fast forward to Father's Day about 2 years ago, and my lovely wife says, I don't have a gift for you today, but it's going to be coming eventually. And I said, what do you mean by that? And she said, well, Kensley and I, who's my daughter, we want to get you another guitar from Peggy. And I said, oh my God, are you serious? I couldn't believe it. And she said, yep, we want to get you another guitar from Peggy. And I thought, wow, this is amazing. And, of course, I count my blessings every day to have such a lovely wife who supports my guitar addiction, right? But lo and behold, eventually, I ended up speaking to Peggy on the phone, and she said, what do you want? And I said, well, I want a guitar that could be a guitar I could use for any gig, like a #1 status kind of guitar. And we came to the agreement that this would be the guitar we would go with. This guitar arrived right before Christmas 2022, and in the past few months it has opened up incredibly well. It is just so rich and so full. The sustain. The sustain is unlike any guitar I've ever played. It's like a grand piano. So let's take a close look and let's talk about the features that this guitar has. Looking at the top, we have a beautiful red spruce, or Adirondack spruce, depending on where you're from. Adirondack spruce, red spruce, it's my favorite spruce. It has more headroom than the other spruces, many of the other spruces, but specifically for my playing style, because I am a digger, I like to dig into the guitar, I just find that it has the most headroom, and I really, really, really like that. Super alive top. Really cool. The bridge and the fingerboard are made from ebony. This guitar also has Evo gold fret wire, which is absolutely awesome. You know, I'm a big fan of the alternative fret wire materials, stainless steel and Evo gold, because they do not wear down like other frets. And the way I play my acoustic guitar, I like to have something more durable. This is my first time actually having Evo frets on a guitar, and I gotta say I am extremely impressed. They've held up beautifully, and I am sure they will for years to come. On that ebony fretboard, we also have beautiful pearl dots. And Peggy did something really special. At the 12th fret of this guitar, she actually put a triple dot, which I think is very cool. To me, 3 dots represents my wife, my daughter, and myself. That's our family. And coincidentally, in Braille, 3 dots is the letter L. So that's pretty cool. One thing that also makes this guitar very special is it has what we call a wedge design. Maybe if I do this, you can see that. A wedge design basically makes it so this side of the guitar sits into your body a bit further because there's less depth there than this side here. It's almost like a slice of pizza kind of going out like that. So the result is that when you're holding your guitar, it makes your arm feel like it's a bit closer into your body. It's an alternative to having, you know, like an arm bevel or something like that. And it just makes the whole guitar so comfortable. This guitar actually has a 16-inch lower bout, but it does not feel like it at all. It actually feels smaller in some ways than an OM, even though it's certainly not. And it keeps this huge tone because the depth that you're lacking here, you make up for over here, which is pretty cool. On the back and the sides of this guitar, we have beautiful old growth East Indian Rosewood, which I personally think in the right hands, East Indian Rosewood could sound just as good as anything else. This is amazing, amazing, amazing wood. And on the sides, we have ebony binding with a beautiful maple purfling line. One thing that I think is very special about Peggy's current guitars is that she does this very interesting heel design right here. There's like a little scoop here for your hand when you go up into the cutaway area. But that scoop is extremely artistic because it also mirrors the scoop on her headstock. Same exact shape here as here. And the neck also has a very similar swoop going into the sound hole. So beautiful artistic work here. The rosette is rosewood. And inside this guitar, I have a K&K Trinity Mini Pickup system, my favorite pickup system. Oh yeah, and the tuners are beautiful Gotoh 510s with ebenoid buttons and a nice pewter kind of look to the back. The neck is a gorgeous kind of satin finished neck, which I absolutely adore. And she made it slightly big for my hands, which I like because I like big necks. And I cannot lie. So, that's my new guitar. I hope you guys liked it. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and let me know what you thought of it in the comment section down below. We'll see everybody again next Tuesday.